have sold over 20 million albums around the world, but after releasing Lines, Vines, and Trying Times back in 2009, they decided to take some time off.
Yes, but now finally Joe, Kevin, and Nick are back. Yes! And set to release a new album later this year. Earlier today, I caught up with the guys at Smash Studios here in New York. Take a look. Jonas Brothers, you're back.
Hi.
Round of applause for yourself. Come on, get into it. Okay, so you took a 3-year hiatus.
Yes.
What made you decide to come back?
We decided that, wrestling wasn't for us.
Right.
And we decided to come back and do the music thing again.
There are a few stops and starts to making this album. What was it that was happening along the way?
We've all been doing some individual things that kind of led to helping us live a little bit of life so we could, write about it and create. And I think once we got back in the studio, we originally started the process of just writing again and hanging out and doing that, and it didn't feel quite right yet.
Right.
So we just took some more time off, and I think with taking that extra break for another 3-4 months, whatever it was, then coming back in, then it sparked and it triggered where we're at now with the album, which is cool. I think having the time to do that was what we wanted. We didn't want to rush through it and just churn something out that we weren't proud of.
Yeah. So before it had to go through other people, and they had to kind of okay stuff, but now no one else has a say in it.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't as intense as people saying, you can't say this. It was more just advisors, people saying, if you say this, it might not go here, and we might not be able to support it here, and this and that. Whereas this time, we just said, let's just write what we want to write about, and just talk about the things that, can leave you feeling uncomfortable, but in the best way.
And you chose to talk about pom-poms.
Yes.
Yes. Very uncomfortable topic.
Pom Poms is a fun, high-energy song about a lot of things.
Yeah.
It really depends on how you want to interpret it. Obviously, there's like a sexy element to the song. That's part of the fun of it. I'm trying to be creative with how we sort of infuse that in there.
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily like that was like the intention. Like when we were in the studio, it's like, let's write a song about that. It was kind of just, for some reason that word kept coming up in our minds, and trying to find, I think it was the track, as I was building the track out, there was marching band elements, and so we're trying to figure out how we could tie it all together. And
do you cast the video yourself? Were you like,
yes.
This girl, please, this girl?
Yeah. We had some say in it.
Now, obviously, you have a massive fan base and a very dedicated, loyal one, but at any point were you at all, scared they might have moved on before you came back?
Yeah, I think there's definitely
Reservation.
there's a reservation where you kind of get nervous about releasing music and even just saying you're going back on tour and seeing if fans are going to show up.
Yeah. What were you most looking forward to about going back on tour? Or what were you most excited about?
Probably just performing these new songs. Yeah. All of us as adults now, it's like a different tour. It's like a different feeling.
Yeah.
And you travel the world seeing it from kind of a different eyes, I guess. And it was a lot of fun. We can't wait for the summer, to be honest.
Do you realise how lucky you were the first time round when you revisited? This is nice. Hey.
Definitely. There's those feelings where you look back and you're like, wow, there's some crazy stuff that we've been able to do in our lives already, and just kind of hoping that it continues, obviously. But yeah, there's definitely times you sit back and you're looking at like almost like a yearbook of your life and thinking about the craziest opportunities and performances.
Changing topic slightly, Nick, you were diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. How does that affect how you tour? Does it have any effect on that?
It does, in a major way. I've been a diabetic now for 7, almost 8 years. And it's challenging. It's a kind of a day-to-day thing, but I have a really, really good doctor out in LA who's helped me in a major way and made sure I have all that I need when we're touring. I have a great pump that I use that keeps me regulated, and family and friends on the road too. It's helpful. Obviously, having brothers there is a good thing, and the fans are very supportive as well, so that helps.
So we had New Kids on the Block last week. Do you see yourselves still being together in 20 years' time?
We are brothers, so I think the connection is kind of there. But I hope so. It'd be amazing. Making music is what we love. Whether we do it together for the rest of our lives or as individuals, I just hope we can keep doing what we love.